Welcome to Watkins Glen International, here for the running of the Duroline 355 for race number 5 here of the NROL Axalta All Out Series, season number 1. We head back over to North America for this week's race. On the pole, it is Zachary Fitzwater Sr., and to his outside, it is Marcus Sachi. Behind them, you have Max Rossi and Riley Spurleytube, and rounding out the top 5, it is the number 5 of Joe Rutkowski. To his outside, you have Evan Hunter. And the last race's winner, because it was not last week, Walker Davis and Code Luigi. And you have Jay Jefferson and Kashawn Richardson rounding out the top 10. Take it to the rest of your starting lineup. John Andrews and William Brock. Nolan Rempel and Roger Ray. Then Luke Rainey and Gatlin Downey. Ryan Johnson and Connor Hurley. Max Anderson and Carter Joey. William Buellen and DJ Dogo, the part-time driver. Then Patrick Zeich and Zachary Costa. And Alexander Rowe and Brett Moma. Kyle Hunter and Vincent Vega. Then Antonin Charbois and Richard Mendez, another part-time driver. Mathis Wells and Austin Murray. Then Edwin Mendez and Cody Goforth. Sebastian Kukawan and Simon Bloomfield. Then Jose Mills and Ashwin Boyd. Mitchell Collins and Tala Aziz. And in the last row, Kenny Moma and Gary Barlow. Take you down trackside for the command. Great command to get the engines fired here in Watkins Glen as we are getting set for 18 laps here around Watkins Glen International. So right now it's Fitzwater and Walker Davis that are so far our road course winners this season. Fitzwater winning at Yas Marina and Walker Davis winning at Valkenburg. Both those races pretty interesting, but I feel like this race is going to be a lot better. Remember, these guys, they aren't using the normal NASCAR layout, they're using the boots, so why don't you take a look at how this track is laid out with our NROL test car right here. So you're going to watch our NROL test car here go around the racetrack as it gets to the start-finish line. Down into turn number 1, you want to get an early braking point there as soon as that, you can see the tire wear, kind of where the preferred line is. You want to start braking there. Then same thing here for turns number 2 as you go up the hill. 2 and 3. Don't have to brake that much here for 3. Just let off the gas, and then you're good. And you can just go full throttle right here through turn 4. And then all the way down this long straightaway to the bus stop, you want to go full throttle. This is where you can really get a good run. And right there, you want to start braking. You can run this bus stop here at about, I don't know, around 115, 110. Is where we were running it at least. Now through the carousel. Of course, this is not like the NASCAR carousel, so you can accelerate a lot earlier because you get a straight exit, basically. Almost 3/4 of the way through the corner, then you see this is where you want to get down in the first gear, right on those curbs. Get a little bit of a tight exit here is what we got, but that's fine. You can get up to those curbs, and you want to get down back in the first gear for this corner as well. You don't want to really overdrive this. You want to stay right on those curbs or towards the inside line, but you have a lot of room to run off there. So hopefully we don't have to worry about that issue today. Now down the straightaway once again. Got 2 more corners here in the boot. Now this corner right here we saw in practice was really easy to overdrive. And you see we did a little bit there too. But then you got the last corner here in the boot. You come off, you get right on the curbs. And then you have those curbs right there on the exit as well. And then you come into the final 2 corners, NASCAR 7 and 8. Or 6 and 7, I can't remember actually. And then you got the last corner right here. And right about there, you can start accelerating off the corner. And that, when they get to the line, is a lap around Watkins Glen International. And we welcome you back here. And something very interesting happening here. When Fitzwater came through the bus stop there, he pulled over to the side, so potentially an issue here on the 07 car. Yeah, he's running way off on the side, so if Fitzwater does have some sort of issue, comes to the pit lane, that'll move Max Rossi in the 29 up onto the pole, but he's dropped pretty far back behind Fitzwater now. You see this inside line kind of stacking up here now. But it is very possible that the '07 car of Zachary Fitzwater Sr. has an issue, and he does. He's dropping back. That means Max Rossi is going to move up to the pole position in the number 29. So, once again, not the best luck for Zachary Fitzwater. They're 3 wide here. So already an interesting start to this race as your pole sitter with a major issue here that it's severe enough that he has to drop back. We're going to make sure everybody's going to be able to get by him. Oh. Anyways, here they come. They're 3 wide back there. Here comes Fitzwater to pit road. Anyways, the pace car is going to head to pit road. And here they come down the front straightaway. Entering the Geico restart zone. And the green flag is in the air. We're underway here in Watkins, Glen. Down the hill they come into the first turn. Side by side for the lead. And Rossi, he might be able to clear the 6 right here. He does. So Rossi up to P1. Here's Fitzwater on pit road. We're going to see, is he going to go to the garage? No, they're going to fix whatever's wrong on that car. Here comes Rutkowski looking for second place on Marcus Sachi as they're going to head down into the bus stop here for the first time. Now through the carousel. Single file here. Remember, no cautions here on these road courses. Just because of the issues we had at Yas Marina, the NROL decided to make sure we do not have any more cautions. Now we got a battle for the lead right here. Marcus Sachi on the high side, trying to take it from Max Rossi in the 29. They're going to be side by side going up the hill. And now down the straightaway. Still side by side for the lead. This might give Rutkowski a good shot to try and catch up. How about Riley Spurvitube there in 4th with his teammate behind him in 5th. Walker Davis, last race's winner. Sachi takes the corner wide. Everybody does, and John Andrews with, I think he hit the tires maybe. Alexander Rowe does too. Yeah, they're sliding here. And Fitzwater's back on the racetrack. He will not fall a lap down. We got a spin, and we have a crash now. It's Carter Joey. And it's going to be Walker Davis leading the first lap here in Watkins Glen. Well, they don't call it the Axalta All Out Series for nothing. These guys are really going all out. And it was almost a little bit too much their car on pit road. That is the 24 car of Roger Ray with major front end damage. We're going to take a look at what happened to the 24. So this all started when they're coming out of the boot to merge back onto the NASCAR course, you could say. And right here, Kashawn Richardson in the 48, he just drives the car way too hard off the corner. Gonna slide off. Right here, he has no control of the car whatsoever. Gets into the tires. And then you see his car's gonna spin around. Now you see Roger Ray coming out of off the boot there. Back onto the straightaway. And he has nowhere to go because he has Max Anderson to his inside, and he's going to run right into the back of the 48, and that's what caused the stack up here in this corner, is everybody having nowhere to go, and they just run into him. And then you're going to see Carter Joey come through here in the 38. He's going to run into the side of his teammate in the 28, Connor Hurley, who has been having an incredible season, mind you. Connor Hurley in the 28. And then, you see, yeah, they just get going again. But that's really what happened right there. It all started with Kashawn Richardson having that issue. But anyways, we're back live here in Watkins Glen. And Max Rossi, not Max Rossi, Max Rossi still has the lead here. We drove it a little wide there through the carousel, or through the bus stop. And Roger Ray's going to come back out on the racetrack. And see, these guys are entering the boot, and Fitzwater's going to be exiting it right here. And a good battle here between Mathis Wells and Richard Mendez. Looks like Mendez is going to get that spot, though. And how about Kenny Moma there in the 49? Coming up from the 41st position. Oh, and Mathis Wells is going to look to his inside now. Just going to be careful of this corner right here. Because, you know, these guys really slide off here. We want to make sure same thing that happened to Kashawn Richardson doesn't happen again. Anyways, now we're on lap number 3, and Joe Rutkowski has gotten up to the 2nd position over Marcus Sachi. Sachi's going to fall back to 3rd. Rutkowski definitely not having the season he's been wanting so far. He was hoping to do a little better in his NROL return. But now it's kind of looking promising here at Watkins Glen, but that is only just one race. He's still got about 20 more after this. It's a 25 race long season. Obviously, after Valkenburg, these guys and these team owners picked up 1 driver point and 1 team point that they can use for upgrading. The upgrade day coming up before the All-Star race. Or excuse me, after the All-Star race. No, before the All-Star race. What am I saying? Sorry. So all these drivers and all these teams are going to be at a one point. Except for, I believe, 2 teams. One team will be at 2. I don't remember which team it is, though, but there's going to be another one that's at 3, and I believe that would be Scoot Racing. Side by side here. Dr. Pepper and A&W. Oh. These guys are getting really sideways here. Jose Mills almost overdrove the corner right there. Now on lap number 4. Rutkowski almost 2nd and a quarter back. He's going to have to do some major... he's going to have to really try and drive the wheels off that thing. Not literally, though. You want to keep all 4 tires on that. Don't want to use up the tires too much. But you still want to try and catch the 29 of Max Rossi. And you saw right there, Rutkowski got a little wide there. Here comes Sachi, closing in on the back bumper, the 5. But you see that gap there from the 3 to the 02. It's almost, it's a full second, pretty much. There's Roger Ray. Here's Fitzwater, who is currently... Well, the 48 actually went to the garage, but Fitzwater is... We'll see here. A minute and 17.28 seconds behind the leader. Sachi drives off the corner a little too hard right there. Same with the 3, Jefferson. He's going to stay in front of the 3, actually. And we have a bunch of cars getting off here. Anyways, as Max Rossi comes to the line here to start lap number 5. We'll be right back, and we'll bring you back if something happens.
At times like this, I think how lucky I am to be a NASCAR Winston Cup driver, and how fortunate I am to have a great sponsor like Napa Auto Parts, because Napa understands quality and value, and the importance of having a friendly, knowledgeable staff. And it's at times like this, looking around at the empty grandstands and listening to the silence of pit road, that I realize
I'm at the wrong track.
When you've got nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Here's Pepto-Bismol. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
I'm just very proud of what I've done, what I've accomplished, and how I've been able to get this far.
Jeff Gordon's going to win his third Daytona 500. Fans are witnessing history. Five-time winner of the Brickyard 400.
Jeff Gordon has done it again.
Jeff Gordon holds off the challenge.
He's done everything there is to do in NASCAR. The swan song season for Jeff Gordon.
Okay, so how many commercials have you seen so far tonight? And have they made promises they can't keep? Yeah, okay, well, Aquafina promises nothing. Pure nothing. Go ahead, take a sip. It tastes like this. Ooh, hey. Ah. That was refreshing.
Aquafina. So pure, we promise nothing.
Okay, so I'm glad I've cleared up nothing.
Today's aerial coverage presented by Geico. Save 15% or more on car insurance. Geico, the official insurance of the NROL. We welcome you back here to the Watkins Glen International as Connor Hurley just got off the racetrack right there. While we were at our break, Joe Rutkowski really closed in on the 29. He was about a second and a half back on lap 4 when they got to the line. Now he's closed it down to almost under a second. That last time it was exactly 1 second. I think a few thousandths off, and that's not going to help as he catches the tires. Also during our break, the 92 of Richard Mendez, he got off not this corner, but and Alexander Road. This corner right here. Got off the corner a little too hard and drove it into the tires. So he dropped back a little bit, but no one else hit him, luckily. So he was able to keep going. And yeah, almost 2 seconds back now is Rutkowski because of that hitting the tires. But yes, Kashawn Richardson in the 48 is now out of the race. I believe he's been out since that accident happened. We're closing in on halfway through this race. And right now, Max Rossi has a really good-sized lead over Joe Rutkowski in the 5. Right on board here with Marcus Sacchi in the 6. As Rutkowski takes the corner wide again, I believe he got the tires. Here comes Sacchi. Spurley a little too far back to try and make a move on the 6, because he went a little wide there too. Anyways, Rossi has a really, really good sized lead now. But remember the last race at Valkenburg when Walker Davis had about a 15-second lead, I believe it was. And right there, Rossi gained 0.2 over Joe Rutkowski. Yes, Walker Davis had a huge lead. I believe It was somewhere over 10 seconds, I know that. It was probably around 15. But there was no catching him unless he blew up. That was the only shot they had, is if the 34 blew up. And now look at this. Sachi tried to make a move right there. Wasn't able to. These guys might actually catch the 07. Oh no, never mind. He hasn't changed at all. But you see the guy with the fastest lap right now, that's Luigi with a 1:48.106. Your leader with the 7th fastest lap currently. I realized that was Fitzwater I'm watching. And look at this. Sachi gets back to 2nd now because I was looking at Fitzwater. So, that's why I didn't see that. I just realized Mitchell Collins is actually pretty far back in the 10. Now Sachi in the 6 after starting in 2nd. Gets back up to 2nd now as we are coming to 10 laps to go here in Watkins Glen. And how far back is he? Almost, yeah, pretty much 2 seconds. But I feel like Sachi has a fast enough car that he might be able to catch. We're going to ride on board with the 6 again. He really drives it into the bus stop there. I feel like he might be better off if he just slows it down, gets a nice entry into there. But no, it seems like these guys, they're going all out. And I thought Luigi wasn't actually having that good of a run right now. He's sitting in the 7th position here in the 42. So, Luigi, after flipping at Rockingham, he didn't have a great run at Valkenburg either. He hasn't actually had a very good run so far this season. So, actually, and never mind, he didn't flip at Rockingham. He almost did. He helped Max Anderson flip, though. But, yeah, he's having a good run here as Evan Hunter catches the tires. Oh! And around goes the 3, gets hit by Nolan Rempel. And the O2's bad season continues. And look at this, Fitzwater's caught the 10 now. You might be able to get a position right here. Max Rossi in the 29 has damage now. Sachi has closed it down to under a second. And look at Fitzwater trying to get the position from his teammate in the 10. Next car he'd have to catch is the 24 Roger Ray, who is pretty far in front. And look at this for 3rd, excuse me. Riley Spurley tube looking at the inside of Joe Rutkowski. He's there. The 44 goes a little wide here. Now he has to back off. But here comes the 6. Marcus Sachi really closing the gap. As we are actually halfway this time. When they get to the line, they'll have 8 laps to go. You're on board here with the 07. Here they go. Up the hill, heading down into the 2 final corners of the boot. We're going to see if Rossi's going to mess up the corner. He does. He goes wide. So does Jefferson. Everybody's going wide. And I believe the 02 has gone to the garage. No, the 60 has. The O2 is back out on the racetrack, so not sure why the 60 went to the garage. We're going to take a look at that right here. So you're watching William Buellen right here in the 26. He's going to come into the second last corner of the boot. And yeah, right there, he goes off the track, gets into the tires. He's going to bounce off. DJ Dogo goes wide as well. He's going to run into the side of the 26, and look at Vincent Vega. He tries to miss it, but no, he's just going to run right into the back of the 26. That's a pretty hard hit right there. You see Connor Hurley. He's able to get it slowed down in time. So that's what happened to the 60 and the 26 as well. Anyways, we're back live here in Watkins Glen. Max Rossi, 8 laps to go here in Watkins Glen, and Jefferson has closed the gap by almost half a second. Or excuse me, not Jefferson, Sachi. Of course, Marcus Sachi, our most recent NROL champion. Second most recent would be Luke Rainey, and the third most recent would be Cody Goforth. All three of which are in this series. With Sachi in the 6, Rainey in the 16, and Goforth in the 83. Right now, Sachi's hoping that the 29 can mess up so that he could take advantage, because it's pretty hard to pass on your own if you're going to get to the bumper of somebody and try and make a move. But Sachi goes a little wide there off the corner. He's going to lose some ground. And now Rossi goes a little wide there. So Sachi's going to be able to gain some ground. I feel like I keep saying Jefferson, but I mean Sachi. So here they come. And Rossi got a little wider than Sachi did. You see Walker Davis down into the grass there. Luigi might be able to... No, he went too wide there through the corner to try and make a move. Still nobody new out of the race, but yes, X-Man Inc. has both of their cars out of the race, so they will finish 39th and 40th. 7 laps to go. And look at this. Fitzwater trying to get to the outside of his teammate. Not able to, though. And I thought I saw a car on pit road. I guess I didn't. And look at this. 4.5 tenths back on that last lap for Marcus Sachi. Now, he's really closed the gap. He's almost on the bumper of the 29. About a car length in between them. Of course, next season we'll be getting rid of the wing and heading over to the spoiler. But we'll be using the same style, or the same body style. And then next season, we're introducing the NROL Advent Health Pro Series. Sachi goes wide through the corner, and he's... I don't know if he hit the wall. I don't think he did, but that was very, very close for Marcus Sachi. But yes, I was saying, next season, we are using this, basically the same mod, just with a spoiler instead. Sachi goes wide once again. I think he may have used up his tires a little bit. And now you see, for 4th here now, Evan Hunter trying to get it from the 44 Riley Spurley tube. Six laps to go. Now 7.5 tenths back for Marcus Sachi. And Rakowski backs off the 6 a little bit. Fitzwater still has not been able to get around his teammate in the 10. Yes, next season we're introducing the NROL Advent Health Pro Series. That series is going to consist of short tracks only. So they come off the carousel, going to head down into the boot. Rutkowski goes a little wide there. Here comes Spurley Tube to the bumper, the 5. Will he make a move? Tries to look to the inside, can't get there. I thought they were 3 wide there, but no, they weren't. And Rossi got a little wide there as well, but so did Sachi. We are coming to 5 laps to go here in Watkins Glen. Will anybody else be able to lead a lap besides the 29? Luigi still with the fastest lap of the race. Rossi goes wide. To the line. 5 to go. Just under 6/10 that lap. And the 29 got a little wider than the 6 did as well. I don't want to turn into Rick Allen and say he goes wide, but who knows? That might have to happen. Down the back straightaway. Into the bus stop. Chicane. Rossi got all 4 tires in the grass right there. A car length between the 6 and the 29. Rutkowski in the mix as well now. Sachi got a little wide there through the corner. He's going to have to be able to recover right here. And you can just see how far back these guys are now. 3 seconds, almost 4 seconds back from the leader to the 42. And then it's 9 seconds between the 42 and the 17. Sachi goes wide. Rossi trying to pull away once again. And we got trouble for the 30, or the 034, excuse me. Through the final corner. 4 laps to go. And just under 4/10 now. So that time, Sachi got a little wider than the 29 did. Sachi has driven a really clean race so far. No damage on that 6 car, from what I could tell. But we got a little bit of right side, or left side damage on the 29, excuse me. And I believe Joe Rutkowski has some damage. But I'm not sure. The 11 does. Here comes Sachi. He's really closed the gap now. He definitely got lower than the 29 did in that corner in the carousel. Sachi running a bit of a lower line. Will the 6 car be able to pounce? Sachi, one of our road course ringers, you could say, in this league, or in this series. The other one being Riley Spurley Tube and Zachary Fitzwater, wherever he is. There he is. He actually got around the 10 now, but he has some damage. And here they come up the hill, coming to 3 laps to go here in Watkins Glen. And I'd say, once they get to 3 to go, it's go time for Sachi. Maybe even 2 to go. But I feel like 2 to go is not enough time for him to try and get it. Through the final corner. We're going to see the gap right here at the line. With 3 laps to go here in Watkins Glen. And it remained the same. 38 hundredths of a second. Will Sachi be able to get to the 29's bumper and try and make a move? He's got to run. And once again, now just the car length between them. Sachi goes a little wide there through the carousel. Down into the boot. Sachi got a higher entry right there than the 29 did, it looked like. But I think Rossi got a better exit. Sachi really trying to close. About 2 car lengths between the 29 and the 6 as you're looking back on the 29. Sachi drove it a little wider there off the corner. Excuse me about that. Now Luigi now up to 6th. As we are coming to 2 laps to go here in Watkins Glen. And how about the 3? Getting around the 17 now, after spinning out earlier. And the 29 went wide there. Sachi might have a run. 2 laps to go here in Watkins Glen. And the gap changed by 1/100th of a second that time. The 29 goes a little wider. Right now, Sachi has to hope that in the boot that the 29 is going to end up hitting those tires, because that's what's going to really decide it. Unless Sachi could get a big run, which he has right here. Here he comes. Looking at the inside of the 29. Not able to get there. He drives it off the corner. Here comes Sachi. Rutkowski now on the bumper of the 6. Max Rossi drove it way wide there through the corner. Has he used up his tires? We're going to have to see right here. Will the 29 go wide? He does, but so does Sachi. Coming to the white flag. Here comes Rutkowski back to the bumper of the 6. And now Rossi has pulled away once again. Final corner. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank here at Watkins Glen International. And almost half a second between the 6 and the 29 now. He got wider there. Will Sachi get a run? He's definitely closing in. Can he get to the bumper of the 29? Here he comes! A big run for Marcus Sachi! The 29 did not overdrive it right there, but here comes the 6! Gonna get right to the bumper of the 29! Sachi is right there, where he needs to be to try and get the lead! He's on the bumper of the 29! Does he push him up the track? Sachi overdrives it! Now, he has to hope that the 29 messes up the corner. The 29 goes wide! Well, Sachi into the tires. Around goes the 5. Up and over. Riley Spurleytube racing back to the line. Sachi has one more chance to try and get the lead. Final corner. Not gonna be enough. Max Rossi is gonna hang on to win at Watkins Glen. And Riley Spurleytube was able to drive away from that accident, which is very good news, because that means that he is okay. He will come across the line in the 7th or 8th position, I believe 7th. No, he's really fallen back. Oh, he's on pit road, that's why. And at the line, unofficially, the 44 will end up in P14. What a finish. Wow. When Sachi got to the bumper of the 29, I thought he was going to get him right there, but just wasn't enough. You saw Sachi pull up beside the 29, probably point a finger out the window, just saying good job, congratulating him on the win. But Max Rossi leads every lap from the pole. Even though he didn't really start on the pole, he did because of Fitzwater's issue at the start of the race. And you see now the 10 and the 07 coming across the line. Before we check out your finishing results, we're going to take a look at what happened to bring out, or not to bring out the caution, but just what happened there on the last lap in general. So this all started right here when Joe Redkowski, he just got in the gas way too early, slid off the track. There was no coming back from this. He's going to slam right into the tires, spin around, and look at Spurleytube, nowhere to go, runs right into him. And Evan Hunter in the 11, oh, he just aims right for the 44. He could have missed them. And because of this, Code oh, I thought he was going to be able to get around them, but no, he stopped. I believe he may have gotten around them, though. But I'm not sure. But anyways, that's what happened there on the last lap. Anyways, now you see your finishing results here on your screen with Max Rossi winning the race. And then you see Marcus Sachi ending up in 2nd. Joe Redkowski got 3rd. Now you see your point standings here on the screen. And then your Rookie of the Year standings as well. Also on the screen now. But anyways, that's going to do it here from Watkins Glen. You're going to see the 29 of Max Rossi go do his burnouts, and then he's going to head down to victory lane. And it's Max Rossi in the 29 getting the win here at Watkins Glen International in the Duroline 355. This is Rossi's second, I believe, second win in the NROL on the NROL Racing League channel. So he's pretty new with the burnouts here in the NROL, but he's doing a good job so far. And he gets, I actually forget what team now, off the top of my head. I think it's, yes, Zyke Motorsports. Sorry. He gets Zyke Motorsports their first win of the season. And, oh, he actually hits the wall there. But, you know, he's pretty new at this, burning it down here in the NRL. But he drove a great race today. And he's going to stop it right here at the line. So, on behalf of Carter Friesen and the NBSSN, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.